just right away said, yeah. And I was just really kind of shocked by that. And he moved in, and all of a sudden, my dad would stop by and be like, hey, how's everything going? Who's that guy upstairs? I'm like, I don't know. He just lives here now.
Who's that guy skirting around up there?
His name's Mark. But I think now I'm realizing it's kind of his new name. I don't know if you guys know, but Mark's full name is Mark Christopher Eshelman. And before he, his stage name is actually, okay, this is confusing.
Stage name? Like you're about to tell everyone that I want to go by Cher now?
Yeah. No, okay, so this was, when we met Mark said, hi, my name is Mark. And it made sense because it was the first name in the string of names that he had on his license. Okay, that's Mark. Whenever we would play shows around the Dayton area and around Cincy and the places he kind of grew up, his stomping grounds, people would walk up to him and be like, yo, Chris, what's up? Be like, who's Chris? So it turns out Mark went by Chris for a big portion of his life. And so his kind of breaking away from the town that he grew up in and deciding to kind of live up in Columbus instead of down near Dayton, he's like, enough of that. I'm going with Mark now. And so that was kind of a moment where he reinvented himself.
It was molting.
It wasn't too creative because it's actually your real name.
I was shedding what my mom deemed my name, which was Chris, because my uncle went by his middle name, so I did too. And I rebranded. I made a move. And also, your drummer at the time was Chris, so you couldn't have two Chris's. I think that kind of was intriguing.
So anyway, I thought it was so cool for me to ask this random dude who, once he moved in, I realized he also changed his name. So talk about starting off on a sketchy foot. Did I make the wrong call? This guy's changing his identity and moving into the room upstairs, and I'm trying to fall asleep thinking I don't know what he's about to do. And it just turned out to be one of the coolest, most spontaneous things in my life when it comes to my, the journey that I've gone through is meeting Mark Eshelman, running into him, going out on a whim, being like, this guy's super creative. He's really talented. Let's do this. And him saying, yeah, I'm in. And anytime, and not to get kind of, serious or sentimental, but anytime anyone approaches Josh and I and asks us questions about hey, I want to start working in music and kind of get a local following going or playing, local shows, what's something that we should do? I always say, you got to find yourself a Mark. And they look at me like, what are you saying? And then I explain. Because Mark has done so much for us and come in and really I don't know. He's made us always every step look way cooler, more professional and more interesting and more creative than we really are. And that really helped us. So props to Mark. Everyone, can we give Mark a big round of applause for everything?
Wow.
Everybody.
Great.
Give myself
Let's go, Mark.
Anyway, also he poops his pants on tour.
Yeah, and throw away my phone. One of the things I always think about is, Tyler, I don't know if you remember doing this, but you commented and said that you kept on writing music, but I haven't made nearly as many videos. You didn't say it that way. You said it in a more endearing way. But you're like, I'm finishing songs. You should be working on videos all the time. It's like, you're right. I think about that every time when I wake up in a night terror. Gotta keep making media.
You just keep on cranking out media, bro.
Chris, can't wait to be tweeted, hey, Chris, for the rest of my life.
I gotta say, I think you made a good choice there. I can't really picture you as a Chris.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't fit at all.
I moved on.
It really blows my mind when we're near your hometown or around some of your friends or family from your hometown and people call you Chris. It's the most confusing thing.
Actually, we can let him in on a bit of an inside joke here, which I don't even know how it started or how is this built to be, but that's actually not your name at all. Your real name, if we want to walk him through it. Josh, you want to tell him what his real name is?
His Christian name, his birth name, is Clark Carlos Barlos Eshelman?
It's Clark. One day, I don't know what it was, but sometimes Mark does this thing where he gets just fed up with someone having a conversation in front of him, and he'll just interrupt them. And one day, I think maybe a roommate was talking, and he said, "Hey, Mark, do you think?" He goes, "It's Clark." And just
He still does that.
It's like everyone's
it's the
saying
whole
it wrong.
conversation, and we all
This
kind of
whole
thought this guy's actually mad, and this guy just changed his name again right in front of us. It's Clark. Really?
Chameleon.
It's Clark, yeah. And then it turned into like his last name's Carlos. But then we realized it was his middle name. Oh, so it's Clark Carlos Eshelman. He's like, no, it's Clark Carlos Carlos. Oh, you have two middle names and it's the same name. Yeah. And your last name's Eshelman. No, it's Clark Carlos Carlos Barlos. With a B.
It's kind of, yeah, I mean, I feel like some people may be listening and laughing. Some people are like, what in the heck? But truly, you also, when you spend hours and hours and hours in a van, just the just wildest conversations happen, and it's really funny. But like sometimes retelling a story just doesn't make sense. And there's one that Mark and I still do from the van, because I would be kind of like, you're separated by the benches in the van, so I was kind of in the like back of the van, and then Mark was in the middle row. Tyler was the one in front of that. But Mark and I would usually
Mark, you were in the back? Is that what it was?
No, it was the driver and passenger seats, and then it was your
Josh,
bench.
You were in the backpack.
Your bench, and then my bench, and then the futon that we made work in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow I just ended up with the futon.
That had to be so bad for you. Just laying down for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I was like sitting cross-legged or whatever. But Mark would just kind of turn around and look at me and be like, because we'd just be driving in the middle of nowhere, and he'd be like, I don't care at all about this place. But what the hell is on the other side of those trees? And
what the hell?
We just laughed so hard.
It's just the stupid stuff like that just got us through those drives. I mean, we just try to be as stupid as possible.
Our booking agents would be like, "Yeah, you have a show in LA, and then the next day you have one in Austin, and then the next day you have one in Washington D.C." It's like,
watch your profanity.
Okay.
This routing
We're
makes
gonna go
sense.
insane, and we did. I think we did go insane a little bit.
Well, we made Michael drive literally the whole entire time.
That poor guy. Anyway,
he felt like
Mark,
an ice road trucker.
We wanted to jump in and wish you a happy birthday on your stream. We think it's really great that we can keep track of when you're not working when you should be. So keep streaming. And,
it's like a baby monitor, but for me.
Yeah, it's like a baby monitor.
That's checking on Mark.
You should do an overnight like sleeping stream.
And then everyone can like donate money and wake me up.
No, like, okay, Mark's awake, gotta take care of him.
Wait, what is that? Is that a heathens dance party? What is that?
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
It turns into like a dance party thing, but people are just doing it at an inappropriate time, and that's my fault because I gave them power to do that.
Dude, do whatever you want to do, man. It's your birthday. You can cry if you want to.
I'll make up for that missed dance party later.
When's the last time you cried?
That's a great question.
Last week.
Last time I cried.
He was getting his butt kicked in Halo.
I was getting my butt kicked in Halo. Because we were doing big team games, and those are terrible.
Really? I've actually never done big team.
It's not great.
Is it worth it?
No. Well, I mean, I think we can make it fun, but really it's just all, I think 4 is just what's supposed to be.
We made it fun.
You think so?
Yeah.
I do too.
I think the customs are a lot more fun.
Oh yeah, the customs. Oh, nightmares.
Yeah. yeah, Mark, I see on your someone said, guys, we need a Christmas stream. I don't think we're doing a Christmas stream this year. Is that correct? Josh is the director of streams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't think so.
We
but-
had one planned, and then tell them what happened, Josh.
Oh, I don't know what happened. I think that it just didn't happen.
Well, your basement flooded.
Oh, that's true. The streaming server is in my basement, and it flooded, unfortunately. So all my gear is completely ruined. And I mean, imagine trying to get good audio signals from a microphone that's just completely wet. You just can't. And you can get audio, but it sounds absolutely terrible.
Funny thing about Josh's house is he has to solve like 20 codes in order to figure out how to unflood his basement. He has to watch a live stream for 24 hours, gets 4 codes from that, and then plugs them in to a website, and then the flood goes away.
Damn, it's a lot of work.
I mean, I created these codes,
but you forgot them all.
Tyler. And then I because I'll kind of like write them down and then jumble them up and then have a coder kind of like put the stuff in, and it's virtually uncrackable. So yeah, but I got it once, and I didn't stop the basement from flooding, but I did get a cool flash drive in the mail
with a video of Tyler on it. Got it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Old people love that music video.
The level of
You know that,
concern
Mark?
video?
Yeah, I have an old person come up to me all the time. They're like, that one word at the end.
Their neighbors.
Living next to that's great. That's just great.
What makes them like it so much is the fact that it has like a concrete ending that can be understood.
I think maybe they like it because we're not doing anything psychotic in it.
Like your eyes
Like
aren't
in
turning
most of our
red. Josh's drum kit's not flying apart. Whatever it is.
Old-fashioned mail.
Yeah. I love seeing millennials use the mail system.
Oh Lord, here we go.
It's like the first time in our career we haven't worn like some sort of mask or something.
Oh, yeah. I like the part where I could see who you were.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to hijack your stream too much, man.
No, this has been great. I love an opportunity to talk to you guys because I feel like we don't really get to do this too
We don't
often.
talk anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We're not friends.
You guys walk on stage and do your show, and I'm doing my thing. This was nice.
Hey, question for you. Have you ever tripped on stage with your camera?
Yeah, I think I've clipped the top step on either stage left or stage right a couple times for sure. But I've never went
And
down yet.
You've not gone down?
No, it's been a little stutter step. I'll be honest with you, the scariest part is going down the steps coming off stage. Because I'm running away from the flames. I'm running, like literally sprinting away from the pyro.
Nice.
And then like security's like on the steps, so I gotta like maneuver and like it's but knock on wood, I think I've been pretty in the clear so far.
Well, good. I hope that if it does happen, you're rolling.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Rolling.
Because I'd love to see that footage. It would be incredible.
You're sick of seeing ones of you.
Yeah.
You're always really graceful about it, and I don't think that's going to be the same story for me.
I don't know. Yeah, I've fallen a few times. Josh has fallen only once.
Off a riser onto his head.
I've fallen. There was only one time that I didn't land the backflip, and I over rotated a little bit, and I landed on my butt. And then there was a time.
What an idiot.
Yeah, what an absolute idiot. And then there was a time that I was like, I don't remember why. I went down to the like one of the little ego risers on stage, and on my way coming off of it, there was like a cable ramp right behind it, and I twisted my ankle.
I don't think people realize how much of a jungle it is behind the stage. Like sometimes
those are just excuses for us that we can throw out. So it's like, hey, you guys got to understand, it's pretty easy to fall. But
we're like toddlers back there when we move from stage.
It's funny because, like, Josh, you're sitting 95% of the show.
Right.
So
There's
for
no
the
reason not to
the only
fall.
5% that you're actually walking for you to fall, it's not good odds.
No. And then I did have to go to the hospital during rehearsal because I fell off the thing that lifted up 20 feet in the air.
It still makes me sick to my stomach.
It wasn't 20 feet, but I did cut my head open.
During the show?
Whoa.
It was rehearsal.
Yeah, it was rehearsal. The thing was up, and then after we finished the song, it all cut to all the lights cut out, and I didn't even know the thing was up, and so I went to hop off of it, and it was up.
Dude,
in the
that must
air,
have been the weirdest
fell.
sensation ever. Okay, to try to paint the picture, his drums are on a riser that go up into the air, like several, I don't know, what is it, like 10 feet? And when the song ends, it goes from flashing lights that are blinding to then pitch dark. And you really just have no idea where you are. You feel like you're in a sensory deprivation tank. And so he didn't know that the drums were 10 feet up in the air. And so he stepped off of his drum kit backwards, thinking he was going to just step maybe a foot tall onto stage. But his foot kept going for 10 more feet and he fell on the stage and cracked his head open. I think he was being dramatic. I think you're fine.
Well, I guess so, because I got to the hospital and the guy was like, he's like, "You're fine," and he didn't do anything. There was no stitches. He didn't even give me a Band-Aid. So I clearly was being over dramatic on that one.
Yeah, and then in the episode that we put it in for that tour, I wanted it to feel like I caught it all live. So I had your security guard come into my office. It's like, hey, pretend you're making a call that Josh just got hurt. And I hit record on my camera, and he faked that whole thing where he's like, we just had an incident where Josh fell. It just made him act. It's like, sit here, do this, make it look like I caught everything.
The curtain's coming down live on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, what the
No,
heck,
come
man?
on,
I
it was
didn't even
good.
know that.
Oh,
I
there
thought
you
you
go.
were doing your gerb.
No, I wasn't streaming yet, but I was playing video games.
Yeah, were you streaming when Josh fell off his drums and then you had to grab your camera real fast?
And the baby monitor was off, so I got away with it.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to your flow. Thanks for letting us jump in. Happy birthday, Mark.
This
Happy
was
birthday,
a
Mark.
Good surprise.
We love
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, this is just a digital hug. I don't think how many times have we hugged?
3
Oh.
times, and I think it was like after you got married, after you had Rosie, and then when I found out Jenna was pregnant.
Wow.
That's
3
it.
times.
Well, let's leave it there. I
Yeah,
feel like that's
3.
enough.
Well, so no more kids.
Yeah,
no second
no more
marriage.
kids, no more hugs, nothing.
Yeah, but how many times have you kissed?
Well, okay, well,
5.
how long does the stream go?
Like he was
Josh,
like,
we
dude,
hug, right? We've
that-
hugged a few times.
that
I realize
chlorine-
I'm not a hugging person.
No, you're not. You're not a hugging person, but we have hugged before.
dude, Mark, that edit for chlorine was so good. Mwah.
Well, that's all you ask for payment.
Does Ned look good, Tyler? Yes. Mwah. Thank you. It's on the cheek, though.
Butt cheek.
Butt cheek.
All right. Josh, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, I think it's Mark. It's your special day. Enjoy it. You're a guy who values excellence and values people who care about you, surrounded by you, and I think that's why you have this community here and these people. These people in your stream that you play your little video games with.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
Your sister-in-law's in here, dude.
Wow.
Everyone here loves you, and I love you, and we're thankful for just these stories and memories that we have with you, and I hope there's many more years of it.
Me too, man. I always feel like I don't deserve my position because there's so many people so much better than me at this job, but
Shut up.
I'm
Shut
glad
up.
that I have it.
Yeah,
Shut up.
listen to him.
zip it. Well, I'll end it with what my dad says anytime I'm playing video games. He's like, "Oh, did the cartoon kill the other cartoon?" And then he walks out of the room. So good luck with your cartoons killing other cartoons.
All right. I
All right, I'll
appreciate
see you,
it.
dude.
So, yeah, thanks, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
All right. Hey, Will,
All right, I'm
thanks
gonna
for
head
joining
out
us.
with my band now. See you guys.
Hey,
Bye, mate.
Thanks for
Bye,
sticking around.
May.
We're gonna watch.
I just want to make a cameo appearance. See ya.
No, May, come
Literally.
on. We're gonna jump in this next
Same.
round, okay?
Okay.